things I wanted to get to from another publication. The Grio. The Grio, they had something to say about what T.I. had to say about his catalog. And I kind of found that article slightly disrespectful, man. Let me
No,
go
it's
to it real quick.
disrespectful.
They
It's not
said
like
5 rappers who could beat T.I. in a music battle.
it's almost like they were eager to do it.
They were eager to do this, seems like, right? And I want to
Thirsty.
go to the part where they they talk
Not
about the
they were right.
people that could beat him, right? So it's like while
And they named the wrong people. They named the wrong people.
so
I can
the
give you five, but ain't the people you name.
so the writer Matthew Allen says while self-confidence is an important part of being an effective MC, and his aforementioned credentials are inevitable. There are plenty of rappers who could have and can put Ti in the corner. Now, this isn't to put him down. They put that out there. Not only do his numbers prove that he is among the most successful rappers of the early 21st century, but his distinctive southern drawl and the way that he is able to lay down groundwork in trap music must not be ignored. This said, the Grio presents 5 rappers who could defeat T.I. in a head-to-head. They said this list excludes T.I.'s personal mentions Jay-Z, Nas, Kanye, Pusha T, and Lil Wayne. So they're not even mentioning any of the people.
Oh, you mean people who could actually do it? Go ahead.
First person they mention is Killer Mike. Oh my
Next.
God.
Next. And I love
Listen,
Killer
man, I
Mike.
love Killer Mike. Let me get back to that screen real quick. I love Killer Mike. Killer Mike wouldn't even say that he could beat T.I. in a versus matchup.
I mean, and they're close. They do business together. I mean, they're brothers too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
they're
like,
closest as friends, right?
and business, they do business
No,
together
no,
too. Like
no.
they
I'm
do
just saying, not close as in
right.
musically. This would be close. No, okay.
Right. No. That's what I was about to say, Mike. That's I was actually saying that's where the closeness ends. The closeness ends in the like business relationship and the friendship. Because Killer Mike is great as an MC and he's an all-time great lyricist. And especially down here in this region, he's not Tip.
I reject that deposit. Next,
Right.
Ludacris.
Next.
I understand,
Better,
but I
but no.
disagree.
Right. I get where you're coming from, but I totally disagree.
Somebody said we got no sound in the room. Do y'all hear us? You know what I'm saying? Or is anybody trolling? I'm picking up sound. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
Fine.
nothing changed. Check your volume. Check your volume. Then it says Outcast. I'm gonna get to this in a minute, but I don't like that. Outcast is not an individual. We got to stop this. Outcast is a group. You said rappers that could beat T.I. in a music battle, not groups. What are we talking about? Fonte from Little Brother. The Grio posted this, guys. The Grio actually. Let me post the.
I want to take up for Carolina a little bit. Fonte is nice, but much like I said about Killer Mike.
The guy you see on the screen is the writer of this, Mr. Matthew Allen. Yeah, he wrote this article for the Grio. Listen, man.
You put him up on screen.
I did put him up on screen. Anybody who sits here and says that Fonte would beat T.I. in a versus is delusional. And I love Fonte. And I love Little Brother. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
This seems like you hating on Tip at this point.
Like there's levels to this. Like,
come
like
on, man.
You pulling Killer Mike and Fonte out like we about to have the lyricist lounge.
Man, come on, man. Look, I know we're about to do our versus battle on next Friday with the good people over at Rap Roundtable. Y'all got to join us at 7 o'clock. But I would love to invite Mr. Matthew Allen from the Grio to pull out 20 Fonte songs against my 20 T.I. songs. Let's do this.
Mike, he can pull out 20 songs from any of the guys he just named.
Fonte, man, I love Fonte. I don't want to go any further because it'll sound like I'm being disparaging. I'm not. But let's be real, man.
Fonte nice and don't disrespect
Fonte
Carolina.
is nice. I'm not going to disrespect Carolina. I think he's one of the best MCs in the South, period. And he's underrated in that sense. But come on.
Highly underrated. Highly underrated as MC. I don't talk about him enough, and I'm from Carolina.
And then he says Common, which is intriguing.
It's intriguing.
But I say no.
It's the only one that I think is viable, and still I say no.
I say no.
I say no too.
And again, I would
Mike,
challenge Matthew Allen to pull out 20 Common songs against my 20 T.I. songs.
No, he can pull out 20 great Common songs, but is it gonna thump? You know what I mean? Because Common's best stuff, you know what I mean? Common's best stuff is B, Mike. Like, that's...
I mean, look.
What you gonna play? Like, after the corner, what you gonna play? Because, like, you can't play They Say in a battle. Beautiful record. Beautiful record. Love They Say.
Yeah, I mean, what are we gonna do? I mean,
Sweet Taste of Victory. Go ahead and breathe it in like in
the history. Yeah, snap with this beat.
Snap with this beat. Fuck you expect.
I got a history. Yo, yeah, nice.
Yeah, but that ain't about to play in the verses. So.
Is that a better verse than? Nah, his verse on What Would Meek Do is better.
Yeah, the verse on, I told you, Mike, the verse on What Would Meek Do is one of the best verses of his career. Matter of fact, Mike, the last time he stole the scene like that was on Run This Town.
People are saying that Common would win that. That would be interesting, man. I mean, he would have to pull out songs like 199. He would have to. It depends on how creative you get. You know what I'm saying? Because he got the songs there.
The only viable person that he named was Common. Because he can play stuff like The Sixth Sense.